walking through the hood with the old man. OG.
Houston goons went at Jay Prince over his son's role in Takeoff's murder. The streets have been loud, and the Prince family name is back in the middle of the Takeoff case. Here's what really happened. That IT didn't start with a warning. It didn't start with a conversation. It started with whispers, then threats, and then suddenly Houston was on fire. Because behind the polished interviews, behind the carefully crafted statements, behind the so-called respect that surrounded one of the most powerful families in hip-hop, something darker was brewing. Something people were too scared to say out loud until now. Because what you're about to hear isn't the version you've been fed. This is the version they didn't want to go viral. And the most disturbing part, it all traces back to one name, Jay Prince, and one tragedy that the world still hasn't fully processed, the death of Takeoff. But here's where it gets uncomfortable, that on November 1st, 2022, Takeoff was shot and killed outside 810 Billiards and Bowling in downtown Houston. He was 28 years old. He was in Houston with his uncle Quavo for a private party connected to the Prince family. The party was hosted at a venue tied to Jay Prince Jr., son of James Prince.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, I have a track record. Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, honoring and loving on our guests.
That is Jay Prince Sr. speaking on the night Takeoff died. He framed it as an attack on his hospitality, not the fault of his family. Since that night, the streets of Houston and the wider rap world have not moved on. Street voices, podcast hosts, and YouTube commentators have kept the Prince family in their mouths. The name Houston Goons gets thrown around in these conversations as a label for local street figures who have questioned the Prince family's role that night. In February 2023, 3 months after Takeoff's death, Jay Prince Sr., Jay Prince Jr., and Mike Prince sat down with Gilly Kid and Wallow on $1 million worth of game. The family laid out their version of the night. They blamed a Migos associate named Willie Bland, also known as Migo Bands, for starting the physical altercation.
Check it out now. Holy. Now, the Mob Ties press tour has started, people, okay? If you guys don't know, you had the Prince family, pretty much Jay Prince Jr., Jay Prince himself, and Mike Prince. They appeared $1 million worth of game where basically Jay Prince pretty much gave it raw, okay? He said, yo, this would have not happened if Quavo's homie didn't literally jump the gun.
Kyle Marksman broke down what the Prince family said on that podcast. The message was clear. The Princes were pointing a finger at Quavo's own circle. They said the homie, who came with Quavo, pulled out a weapon first. They said Takeoff would still be alive if that had not happened. Bowie also weighed in on the interview. Duddy said he only watched the clips. He said he did not like...
I didn't watch the whole interview. I didn't watch the whole interview because I don't really like to see OG talking like that.
That reaction from Boozy set the tone for how the streets took the interview. Many thought the Prince family said too much. Others thought the family had the right to defend their name. Either way, the conversation around Takeoff's death shifted from grief to finger-pointing. Then came the April 2026 incident at Confessions Restaurant in Upper Kirby, Houston. A birthday dinner turned into a shooting. NBA YoungBoy affiliate Ben 10 and another man were shot. Detroit rapper All-Star Jr. was identified as the shooter. Acting in what he said was self-defense. Jay Prince Jr. was in the building that night. Videos spread across social media. YouTube titles called the Houston Goons versus 4KT. Street commentators tied the event back to the Takeoff party in 2022. The narrative being pushed online was simple. Jay Prince Jr. was present at another event where people got shocked. His father's name got dragged in because of it. Then, on April 15, 2026, a video surfaced on X. The post was shared by my mixtape with over 2.2 million views. In the video,
Still walking through the hood with the old man. OG. Good. We still walk through the hood, man. Everybody can't do this.
The timing of the video raised eyebrows.
the night didn't start with violence, it started with whispers. Then a video dropped perfectly timed. Just days after a confession shooting and weeks after Patrick Xavier Clark secured a new legal team. To some, it felt calculated. The streets were already buzzing. And now cameras caught a familiar face walking through the hood, like a message was being sent without a single word. But to understand why the J. Prince family name keeps getting dragged into Takeoff's death, you have to rewind to one night November 1st, 2022 inside 810 Billiards and Bowling. That's where everything cracked. Takeoff-born Kirshnik Ball wasn't the loudest in Migos, but many saw him as the most gifted. No drama, no beef, just music. Hours before his death, he and Quavo had dropped Messy, riding momentum from their joint album. That night was supposed to be low-key, private gathering, around 30 people, chill vibes, until 2:40 AMA high-stakes dice game flipped the mood. Money stacked, tempers rising. Quavo reportedly lost big, words got sharp, and names like Cameron Joshua, Christopher Watkins, and Willie Bland enter the chaos. Takeoff? Not even playing, just standing nearby. Then it snapped, Quavo swung. Bland shoved. Someone reached. And in seconds, words turned to gunfire.
Check it out now. Holy. If you guys don't know, you had the Prince family, pretty much J. Prince Jr., J. Prince himself, and Mike Prince. They appeared $1 million worth of game where basically J. Prince pretty much gave it raw.
The commentary on Kyle Marksman's video broke it down further. The Prince family was essentially making the case that their family did nothing wrong. They brought paperwork with them. That paperwork, they claimed, was police documentation identifying Migo bands as someone who had spoken to authorities.
According to J. Prince, basically, Willie Band, or Bland, okay, aka Migo Bands, is a snitch. Okay, that's what he's saying. He said he's snitching on the Prince family and he ran back to Atlanta for protection.
The accusation was serious. Calling someone a snitch in hip-hop culture is a declaration. It can follow a person for the rest of their career. The Prince family chose to make that call on camera on a major podcast with paperwork in hand. This is where the narrative splits. Some listeners heard the Prince family and thought they were telling the truth. They had documents. They had names. They had a consistent story. Others heard the same interview and pushed back on what they saw as a strange move.
I mean, the one thing that kind of surprises me, because I know people that are close to J. Prince, and they all say that this is like one of the smartest dudes they know. Like, J. Prince thinks of his 3-4 steps ahead.
Boozy pointed out what many were thinking. J. Prince had a track record of never getting pulled into drama. He moved quietly. He played chess while others played checkers. For him to sit on camera and discuss an open murder case was off pattern.
This is still an open murder case, right? Which to me, knowing J. Prince's history, is like, oh, I'm surprised he even was going to say anything about this.
Then Boozy raised another point. He said he did not even understand why it was a surprise that a security...
He brought up that Migo Bands was cooperating with the police. I think he even brought out the paperwork. That was like the security dude with the short dreads. You know what I'm talking about?
Why did the interview? He brought out the paperwork?
Brought out the paperwork. But that was security. And honestly, I'm like, why would that surprise anybody? Like, why would you be surprised that the person that was hired to protect the people there after a shooting and a murder occurs, why would you be surprised that that person cooperates?
Bowie made it clear he was not picking a side. He said he had love for both camps.
It's a lose-lose for both situations.
Right, because it set off a whole bunch of back and forth.
The interview also triggered another problem. Offset Takeoff's cousin and former Migos member took it personally. Part of what J. Prince said on the podcast touched on Offset directly. Prince suggested Offset was not as close to Takeoff as he let on. That set off a public back and forth that spilled onto social media. J. Prince went on Instagram after the podcast dropped.
But this Offset dude, I ain't gonna leave him out. You know, I'm just real like this because, you know, be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. I don't like them kind of individuals, you know, and the truth of the matter is, you know, one can dance and different things in front of these different cameras. You wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive, you know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, don't never put me in no position where, you know, I have to defend myself. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be healthy for you.
It exploded out of nowhere, the fiercest public clash tied to Takeoff's orbit yet. Offset fired back, the internet went wild. But the truth stayed buried. Takeoff was gone, and no conviction in sight. By 2026, the case still hung in limbo, with Patrick Xavier Clark awaiting a November trial. Then April hit. Inside Confessions restaurant, a birthday bash turned war zone. Jay Prince Jr. was there. So were Ben 10, All-Star Jr., and others. What sparked it? Depends who you ask. Some say a chain grab gone wrong. Others say tension was already loaded. Then shots. Ben 10 critically hit. All-Star Jr. allegedly fired back. Chaos, clips, confusion. No full story, just fragments and blame flying in every direction. Same pattern, new scene, violence erupts, narrative split, and the truth stays just out of reach.
Man, what the is going on, man? Chat, what the man, I woke up to all kind of crazy going on. What happened now, man? Tell Big Father what happened, man. What the you think was gonna happen if a pull up and try to take my chain? Oh my God, y'all got way too much going on, bro. Y'all got way too much.
Finesse 2 times came off as frustrated with the whole situation. He talked about wanting to step back from the industry noise. He talked about already having done his time, already been to jail, already having proved.
I already went down through that phase in my life. I already been a G. I already been to jail. 10 got shot. I'm glad to hear you all right, man. I'm glad that, man, I first heard that shit hit me up.
Finesse also said he did not personally know the people involved. He said he hated to see it because of the broader picture.
I don't even know that young. I just know I hate to see that. Cause man, we black and we got potential. I f that young persona. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him to not like him. You know what I'm saying? But so far so good in my eyes.
Finest's take was that all of this was avoidable. He framed the incident as something tied to energy.
I believe in the law of attraction. What you give is what you get. If I set out every day to hurt somebody, I might eventually hurt them. I'm not looking for trouble. Oh, but if I bump into trouble, oh man, we're gonna crash.
The rumors hit hard, but Jay Prince Jr. fired back just as fast. He jumped on Instagram, saying he pulled up to Confessions restaurant solo. The night wasn't a setup, and he didn't even know All-Star Jr. No orders, no ambush, no targeting period. Police back part of that reality. No Prince family member has been charged, and the incident is being probed as a mix of robbery attempt and mutual fight. Then things got messier. Patrick Xavier Clark stacked a new legal team lawyers who once worked with Jay Prince. The internet exploded with theories, but in Houston, that crossover isn't rare, it's business. Still, headlines screamed attack, pushing a narrative that never actually happened. No assault, just backlash and street chatter. Then a viral clip dropped. Prince, 61, walking Houston streets at night, calm as ever, noise everywhere. Facts nowhere, because in this story, perception moves louder than proof.
Still walking through the hood with the old man. OG. We still walk through the hood, man. Everybody can't do this.
The clip wasn't random, it was a statement. A viral video showed Jay Prince, 61, walking through a real Houston neighborhood at night. Filmed by Honeycomb Brazy. Overlay text made it loud. He's still outside, still good. No armored cars, no heavy security, just streetlights, bikes on walls, people posted up. Raw, unfiltered presence. Reactions split instantly. Supporters called it power proof. He still moves with respect and real protection. Critics called it a performance, clout chasing, even reckless. Some tied it straight back to Takeoff's killing and the April 2026 Confessions restaurant shooting, framing it as a message. The family isn't rattled, but facts cut through the noise. No physical attack ever happened. No charges against Jay Prince Jr. The only man charged in Takeoff's death is Patrick Xavier Clark, with trial set for November 2026. Everything else? Talk YouTube headlines, street debates, and viral speculation. That walk wasn't a response to bullets, it was a response to narratives. Because in a city where reputation is currency, sometimes the loudest move isn't violence, it's being seen, untouched, and unbothered while the world keeps guessing.